Hey everyone, in this video we're going to be covering the ankle and looking at the cross section, transverse cut, however you want to put it, of the ankle. First things first though, I want to go over some basic information that we need on this page. So we have this group right here of the quadrants. You have quadrants 1 through 4, and I'll help you cut that foot up to where you can see those quadrants. But then it wants to know if uh, the muscles contract, uh, which uh, which quadrant is moving, and those muscles that are in it. So we have like these muscle groups in 1 and 2, and that in those quadrants, and they perform what's called dorsiflexion. So this is where you bring your toes to your nose. You're trying to point your toes to your nose, bringing your foot up. Whereas plantar flexion, so the muscles in the quadrants 3 and 4, if they um, are innervated, they're going to push your toes into the dirt, basically. Um, if you're getting 2 and 3 being innervated or working, you get an eversion of your ankle. So this is where like you push down your big toe and try and lift up the pinky toe um, at the same time. Whereas inversion, you're bringing up that big toe and your pinky toe down. I like to say that inversion is your oh shit, I stepped in gum kind of move. Because when you step in gum and you look at it and you're pissed off, you're doing inversion. So you have that I stepped in gum, and then you have eversion, which is the opposite. Okay. So let's move down and look at this ankle cross section. Okay. So you're going to run a line from this uh, second digit right here down to where the calcaneus is, or the Achilles tendon, and then you're going to run this section right through here. So then you got quadrant 1, quadrant 2, 3, and then 4. So let's go through these numbers right here. Number 1, that's going to be your talus. Number 2, that's going to be your Achilles. Number 3, that's going to be your lateral malleolus, while number 4 is going to be your medial malleolus. What bone does this medial malleolus come off of? That is going to be your tibia, while your lateral malleolus comes from your fibula. Number 5, that is going to be a muscle. That's going to be your tibialis anterior tendon. 14, we'll just get out of the way right now. That's going to be your extensor hallucis longus tendon. Number 13, that's going to be your extensor digitorum longus. You might have also heard of it as fibularis tertius tendon. Number 6, that is your dorsalis pedis artery. Moving over to quadrant 4, we're going to look at these. So behind your medial malleolus, we have 7, and then 9, and then 10 for your muscles. So number 7, that is going to be your tibialis posterior tendon. Number 9, that's going to be your flexor digitorum longus. And then number 10 is going to be your flexor hallucis longus tendon. So 8 is showing you your artery, vein, and nerve. So this is going to be your posterior tibial artery, vein, and nerve. Going to quadrant 3, we have majority of that Achilles tendon, and then 11 and 12. 11 is going to be your fibularis brevis tendon, where 12 is going to be your fibularis longus tendon. So now if we go back and you look at this right here, just copy it. So if we're looking at this and we say, all right, if the muscles from quadrants 1 and 2 are innervated, that's going to be these muscles right here. We're going to have that dorsal flexion, right? Top of this foot is coming up, toes are pointing towards our nose. If we have quadrants 3 and 4 going off, we're going to get all of these muscles right there. And so toes are going to go down, right? Which makes sense because if these muscles are being innervated, it's going to lift up the back of your foot and your bottom of your foot's just going to hang there, right? 1 and 4, that's your inversion. That's your, oh shit, I stepped in gum. Whereas 2 and 3, that's the eversion. So that's it for this video. I guess the other thing you want to keep in mind is you have these 3 muscles coming down the front, but then everything else runs behind the malleoluses. Nothing runs in front of those malleoluses except for those 3. So that might be helpful. But we'll see you guys in the next video.
Alright, I just want to give credit where credit is due. These are the books and the resources I used for the videos. So first we have Essentials of Human Anatomy by Dr. Kurt Walker. We then have Essential Clinical Anatomy by Keith L. Moore and M.R. Auger and Arthur F. Daly. I also used Structure and Function of the Human Body by Mark Nilsson and Jamie Garbett. The last book I have is The Concise Book of Trigger Points by Simon Neil Asher. And then I used the app called Complete Anatomy. As you've seen from the videos, it's amazing. If you can afford it, I suggest it. It's such a useful tool when learning this stuff. So that's it. Have a good day.